Hey there, hi there, ho there, coffee friends. Today, we're getting nerdy. We're going to be talking about why you should always be weighing your coffee using a scale. Kind of like this one. And in today's video, we're actually going to be giving away one of these scales, so be sure to stick around so you can find out how you can be considered for that giveaway. Hello, my name is Stephen Holm and I am with Homegrounds, a place for you to go to learn more about brewing and enjoying better quality coffee right at home. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and as always, leave us a comment down below letting us know if there is anything in the world you'd like us to talk about on this channel. Mainly about coffee though. So like I said, today we are talking about scales and why you should consider investing in one if you haven't already. Now, I've been wanting to make this video for quite a while, ever since I really started to get into coffee and become a coffee geek. I realize all of these little things that we do to make coffee better that a lot of people just don't understand. And some of those may be pretty small things, such as why we choose to pre-wet our filter before brewing into it, or why you choose to pour a certain way when making a pour over. And those things are important, but not as important as others, such as why we choose to weigh our coffee. And I think there are a couple of reasons why people would not want to weigh their coffee at home. One might be that they don't want to buy a scale like this and waste their time and money, which makes sense, but these are relatively cheap. And did I mention earlier that we are giving one of these away? But I think the bigger reason is a lack of information. People don't understand why they would bother weighing out their coffee beans if they've been making coffee for years without weighing it and feel like they are making good coffee at home. It's a very valid reason. So for this video, I have gone ahead and went to my local grocery store and went to the bulk coffee section and gotten a bunch of small samples of different coffees. And the goal in today's video is to show you why measuring coffee using something like this, a tablespoon, is not accurate whatsoever. So let's get a few coffees out. We have a light and dark blend, a wash Ethiopian coffee, dark espresso blends, couple single origins, one from Ethiopia and one from Colombia. So this Hario scale is going to be great for today's test. It is capable of reading to the 10th of a gram or the 0.1 grams. And so we're going to be weighing out how much each of these coffees is with just 1 tablespoon. So first, let's start with this dark espresso blend. Now, right away, you can already see the difficulty in this. If you're weighing out whole bean coffee, what is 1 tablespoon? I don't know. I'm just going to kind of try to get this somewhat level. And let's call that good. 1 tablespoon of dark espresso blend is 5.2 grams. 1 tablespoon of this washed Ethiopian coffee. That looks good. 5.8 grams. 1 tablespoon of this light and dark blend. Looks about good. 5.3 grams. 1 tablespoon of this natural Ethiopian coffee. 7 grams. And last up, we have a single origin Colombian coffee, 6.5 grams. Now, right away you may be thinking, Steven, that test was unfair. You just took a random amount, a tablespoon of each coffee. Some of those were probably not equal. That's very valid. So now, in this next test, let's test out 20 coffee beans from each of these examples. So, 20 beans of the dark espresso blend is 3.3 grams. 20 beans of this wash Ethiopian is 2.7 grams. 20 beans of this light and dark blend is 3.3 grams. 20 beans of this natural Ethiopian is 2.4 grams. And 20 beans of this washed Colombian coffee is 2.9 grams. So now you can see that just weighing based on the number of beans is not consistent. Now to take this test a step further, I'm going to go ahead and take a small amount of each of these beans and grind them. All in the exact same setting, all in the exact same grinder, and I'm going to weigh out how much a tablespoon of ground coffee weighs. And you would think that each of them would weigh the exact same because it's a tablespoon of ground coffee. But let's figure out how accurate that is. So all of these I am grinding on a medium fine setting, the setting that I use every day in my drip coffee maker. So this is a level tablespoon of the dark espresso blend. .3 grams. This is a tablespoon of the washed Ethiopian coffee, leveled out. That weighs 4.9 grams. Next, the light and dark blend. 1 level tablespoon, 4.5 grams. The natural Ethiopian coffee, 6.2 grams. And lastly, we have this washed Colombia coffee, 5.3 grams. So those were just a few quick tests, just showing you using 1 tablespoon, the drastic differences even between coffees that are all ground on the same grind setting, on the same grinder, all right back to back with each other. Just the crazy differences in the amount of actual coffee that you're getting using a tablespoon. And that's using just 1 tablespoon. Imagine using a 1/4 cup, or if you were brewing for a couple people, you would say be using 10 times that amount. So all of this was to just say, not all coffee beans are created equal. And there's a lot that factors into that. It can start all the way from where the coffee was grown, how it was grown, how it was processed. We saw here the differences between a washed Ethiopian and a natural Ethiopian. And part of those differences may have been where exactly in Ethiopia that coffee was grown. And then the differences come out even more after the coffee is roasted, because darker roasted coffees are going to be less dense than lighter roasted coffees. So all of this is just to show you that simply measuring out your coffee using a tablespoon is not consistent. So hopefully by now you at least understand the benefits of weighing coffee versus just measuring it. There is a difference, and whether or not you want to take action like using a scale is totally up to you, because I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you can only brew coffee using a scale, because obviously that's not true. People have been brewing coffee for years without scales and you can get good results. But I'm just here to tell you that your potential for getting the best quality coffee relies on using a scale. And while we're on the topic of scales, let's talk about this Hario scale. We love the scale here at Homegrounds. It is very consistent. It has a built-in timer for when you're brewing, and it's just all around a great scale. This particular one in white is also very nice to look at, I will say. Hario makes a lot of coffee brewing equipment. Their most popular probably being the Hario V60, which we have a brewing tutorial that I will link right up here somewhere. And today we are giving away this scale. All you have to do to be considered is make sure you are subscribed to this YouTube channel, and the next, just leave a comment down below letting us know if you use a scale and which one. If you don't, simply say, no, I don't brew using a scale, and if this video has sparked your interest in possibly using one. So that is all you need to do within the first 48 hours of this video going live. After 48 hours, I will randomly choose a comment and you will win this Hario scale in white. So hopefully this video has helped you, if nothing else, at least understand why us coffee geeks like to use coffee scales. It gives you the potential of getting the best quality possible brew. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, Happy brewing.